What's up, and welcome back to another episode of Black Shirt Bourbon Society. Today is March 3rd, and is it special?
That's bottled in Bond Day.
Oh, yeah. So, bottled and bond is a standard for American whiskey that has been aged and bottled in accordance with a set of legal regulations initially outlined in the Bottled and Bond Act of 1897. So, we looked it up. The FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, wasn't created until 1906. So, America and the government wanted our liquor to be safe before our food, which, I mean, it is what it is. So, Bottled and Bond shows off that the spirit is authentic. It fell out of favor in the late 1900s, but has showed an increased insurgence over the last 5 years. And this is a very small collection of Bottled and Bond products that we have, and there's so many out there right now, and pretty much every brand kind of is doing their own. So, why don't you give us a little bit more info on what Bottled and Bond actually is?
Yeah, so like you said, Josh, bottled in bond was established with the Act of 1897. So to be labeled as bottled in bond, that whiskey must be produced in that single distillery. It's got to be produced in a single season. So that's either going to be a spring season, so January to June, or fall, July to December. And we've talked a little bit about it in other episodes, but it's got to be bottled at 100 proof exactly, and it's got to be aged for a minimum of 4 years in that federally bonded warehouse. To be labeled as bottled in bond, it's got to indicate where the distillery, where it was distilled, as well it was bottled. And for those of you who are regulation nuts, you can go to the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms title, which is Title 27 of the Code of Federal Regulations, and find the bottled in bond regulations in 5.88. So you talked about this is our collection so far of bottled and bond, but there's so much out there. So it's definitely becoming more popular as we've gone along. And as well as back in the late 1800s, folks wanted to know what was going to be in their whiskey and their bourbon. So this was a great act to make sure they were getting what they were buying.
Yeah, for sure. So, my question to you today is, what is your favorite Bottled and Bond bottle? As always, like, subscribe, and comment. Until next time, drink safe, friends.